it could also be a result of his chlamydia. And I was like, what? Chlamydia? My cat has chlamydia. He's 2 years old and he's lived inside. Well, what about his brother? Yeah, he had chlamydia too. I was like, double shocked.
Du klar til å gå til dyrelegen? Skal vi gå til dyrelegen litt? Ja. Ser vi foran dette øyet ditt. Ja.
Hey guys. Hi. So, we're going to the vet today. And not with this guy, but another one. Midnight. The one that I showed you just now, Nimbus. He started having this cough. I wanted to take him to the vet, but he then got better. But then the other cat was also infected, so he got the cough as well, and we thought, oh, it'll just pass, probably, like with Nimbus. But then as it started passing, he started getting an eye infection. So now we're taking him to the vet because eye infection is very infectious. So once your cats get it, then it can go around in a circle. You can get infected, and then when you get better, you can get infected again because the other cats have gotten it and will affect you. So we just want to get that under control right away. So probably all the cats we have, they have to go on antibiotics and eye drops. I'm eating oatmeal with blueberries and some seeds, some sunflower seeds and chia seeds. Oh, and peanut butter. It's really good. And some olives. I have something on my lens here. Oh crap, I think I just messed it up. So, Midnight, he's not scared of anything or anyone, and he's really a cat you can bring along with you everywhere. So, it's really nice because he's not gonna scream when we drag him along. I don't need to get a car, I can just take the bus, which is really nice. So I'm gonna bring him with me and Frank's grandma. So that's gonna be fun. So we're gonna have a nice time getting my cat well again and do some exploring because Midnight really loves that. He likes going out of the house, visiting other people, etc. So after we've gone to the doctors, we're gonna visit a friend, grab a cup of coffee, and then go home. So I think it'll be fun. By the way, I'm bulk prepping, so I have a lot of beans here. So this is pinto beans, this is black beans, and this is peas. So I'm and I have split peas here, but I don't really need to soak them. So I'm having these soaked, and then I'll boil them and portion them up. And so I've already put this in the boiler, rinsed the water, and I'm gonna boil this up for about 3 hours. It takes a long time. It's kind of annoying, but I have them for a very long time. So I'll show you some that I have already boiled. Here's some soybeans. This is 2 cups. Seitan. I can't eat that, so that's for my boyfriend. So I've made slices and I've cubed some up. If he wants to stir it up with this, then he will kind of have a wok mix with some meaty texture in it. So seitan is very good for that. Since I can't eat gluten, then I'm gonna avoid that and stick to the legumes. Now everything is in order, and we're just gonna have to wait for the bus, and then we're out of here. du hva man ser på?
Ja.
Han ser på seg selv. Oi.
Puss.
Ja, hvem var det? Gonna take some eye cream on him, and then I'm gonna eat dinner. It's really late, so dinner time is way overdue. So this is the ingredients I'm gonna use. I'm gonna make some stir fry, some Thai stir fry, something like that. And I want a good sauce. And one of the things that I really like is to have something acidic, something sweet, something salty, and something fatty. And 7-Minute Nutrition, he actually talked about this in one of his videos in order to make a good combo of sauce. This is a good combo to have. I think it was this combo. But anyway, so this is what I'm going to use. And I'm also, since I'm going to use it as a dinner sauce, I'm going to use some cornstarch to thicken it up. So I want it to taste very peanutty, a little bit sweet, not much, salty. So just about a tablespoon there. It's easier to add than take away, so when it comes to apple cider vinegar, I just make sure I add a little bit at a time. I'm gonna add some water to this. Even though the sauce smells vinegar, it doesn't necessarily taste very vinegary. So when it comes to this sauce, it's nice to just follow the taste buds instead of the nose. I'm adding some wok to this. I have some oil in the pan. So I'm adding some bean mixture to this. I'm gonna add the sauce later once all of this is cooked. So, oh, by the way, so the person that I was with today was Grandma. She was with me and Midnight to the vet. And she has been making these kitchen cloths to us. She really likes to knit. And since I'm vegan, I don't buy wool, and also I'm allergic to wool, so I can't really use it, so I hate wool products. So she was kind of devastated when she heard that I was vegan and that I couldn't wear wool. So what she started doing was she started knitting with cotton. So that's just a tip. If you like woven or knitted things, but you can't wear or won't wear wool because you're vegan or whatever reason, then knitting with cotton is very good. See how that goes? So I'm gonna add that. Stir it up. So far so good. Yeah, I like that. This is how it turned out. Looks pretty delicious, I must say. It's kind of difficult to adjust this. And I also want to get the food, but then I'm too high. It would be easier if I just sat on the floor like this eating, then the angle would be great. This is not a good background. Since being away from YouTube so long, these kinds of things I don't really think much about. So I've noticed that I'm really out of it, because this came natural to me before, to make sure that the angle was good and everything in the background was good and everything was prepared, but now I'm like, I don't know how to do this anymore. So anyway, so this is what I'm eating, and I figured I could do a quick mukbang while I'm gonna talk about how it went with Midnight. Okay, so we went there to the vet. You might recall that I said that Midnight loves people, loves exploring, loves doing different things and noises and etc. Oh my god. Why is this so difficult? What happened was that he was terrified at the bus. And it was so warm today. The sun was up. He started panting. Is that what you call it? When they're like... He started meowing really high-pitched. Like, it wasn't like this growling. And when I have Oliver with me to the vet, he's like... like an opera singer. It's really like, loud. But with Midnight, he was like... like this really... It was kind of heartbreaking. It was this kid screaming for its daddy. Then when we got off the bus, there was a lot of other buses around the area and there was a lot of people, so he was really scared all the way. But when we got to the vet, when it became quiet and he was inside, he started licking his hair and he seemed very comfortable. But then the vet had to rinse the eye. So she got really in there, just opened up the eye and just squirted in some, I don't know, salt water or something, I don't know. And so then he became annoyed. And then we visited a friend afterwards, and grandma was with me all the way. So we visited a friend afterwards, said hi to them and their daughter, drank some coffee, and it was very lovely. And the weather was so nice, I could go outside in the garden and barefoot. Hasn't happened in so long. It's April now and the sun is finally showing and the summer is finally coming. One of the things that I learned that I didn't know, because I asked, does Midnight have an eye infection? And she said, well, yeah, clearly, but it could also be a result of his chlamydia. And I was like, what? Chlamydia? My cat has chlamydia. He's 2 years old and he's lived inside. How could he have gotten? And then she said, well, he had chlamydia before you got him and we treated him, and usually, you know, we can get rid of it, but they can stay dormant for like 2 years. So it's been like 2 years now since he had it. So it might be that it's like kind of herpes, the thing you have, herpes simplex that you have on your lips. You can have that you have for the rest of your life, but with chlamydia you can have it, it can stay dormant in your body, and then just as soon as you have an infection or something, it starts to go out. It starts to take advantage of whatever infection you have, and start showing itself there. So I was so shocked, and then because I didn't know that, and I said, well, what about his brother? Yeah, he had chlamydia too. I was like, double shocked. So then we asked, since grandma also had adopted a cat there, we were like, but what about her cat? No, he just had some, I'm not quite sure what it's called in English, tooth stone? Is that what you call it? Some plaque that has been hardened up on your teeth, and that was it. So no, grandma's cat didn't have chlamydia when she adopted him. Grandma turns 85 and she's really full of energy, ready to do anything. She's really cool. And back in her day, chlamydia was shameful. That was like, you're not part of the society anymore if you get that. She was like, does my cat have chlamydia? So she was really, she was ready to turn him back and just, yeah, return him back to the animal shelter. But then she found out that no, he only had some problems with the teeth and that was it. She was like, oh, okay, good, now I can keep him. So that was kind of funny. Midnight has to get this eye drop for people, yeah, cats who have infection and chlamydia. So he needs to go on that for about a week. And we have to squirt that in his eye 2 to 3 times a day. So yeah, that's pretty much the day so far. I've been away forever. And it's 8. I'm just gonna eat this. This might be my last meal, so this might be the last recording of the day. So if it is, see you next time.
He never sleeps here. So I think he's pretty exhausted. I've taken some cream on his eye. So it looks horrible, but it's supposed to help. And we've done this before. When we got them, they had eye infection, so yeah, he's gonna sleep now. He's very, very tired.